This is my mother. As you can see, she swallowed a basketball. No disrespect to my mother, of course. I was a big baby. Not only do I love this photograph, but I wish I had those 90s glasses. And that's my father. He died in 2009. Recently, I went through an entire collection of photographs. And these are the ones I wanted to show you. This is one of the first photographs I ever remember taking. Although, I wasn't always as good with the camera.
Peace. No, you can't run around with it.
I tried there, and Mommy go down it. Too late, Mom. And I go down it.
Careful, don't drop it.
Too late.
Careful, don't drop it, or you'll be in big trouble. Can you see me?
No.
Can you see me?
Right there.
Okay, but look.
Having found all this undeveloped film and having to cycle through all these photographs, which I've made a photo album containing my favorites, I've decided that I'm going to shoot film too. To show you what all the buttons mean, I'm going to bring out the Pentax K1000 here. This camera doesn't have a battery. And, this is a film camera, obviously, so here, I'll show you the back here. And next vlog, I'll actually show you how to load film and all that. This is where you load in your film. You put it in here, you drag it over, and this is where the film gets exposed, and you put it in, lock it down. And I took out the Pentax because it's silver, and so you can see it a lot better, and it's a lot more of a simpler camera. This is your shutter, and this dictates how fast your picture is taken. So, for example, say I'm shooting a waterfall, and I want to, have the water look like it's in midair, like it's frozen in time, right? I would want to shoot at, and it obviously depends, but for this camera, you can go up to 1,000th of a second, or maybe I want to shoot at, maybe I just want to shoot at 500th of a second. And so that just dictates how fast the shutter, clamps down. And how that works is, and I'll show you here. You take off the lens. It's gorgeous, right? Isn't that cool? So this is what the inside of this camera looks like. And there's a shutter or a mirror. And when you take the picture, and here, I'll take a picture. And there's no film in here, obviously, so I'm not wasting anything. Kind of see it there. And here, I'm shooting at 500 right now, and I'll bump it down to 30. So let's see it. And I love the crank, too. Isn't that cool? It's like with your cell phone, you're just blip, 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 blip. And with this, every picture you take, you have to crank this thing. And it's just, maybe it's just a guy thing, but it's just fun. And that's 30th right there. And what you'll typically be shooting at is like 125, so I'll show you what that looks like. This thing right here tells you how many shots you're taking. What sucks is on the Canon F1 that I showed a moment ago, it's actually broken. I think at one point it was dropped by my mother or someone, and it doesn't move, unfortunately, which totally blows. I can't... Wait, hold on. We could do this. Can't we do this? No, it's... you can't see it. Okay, yeah, I got it. Hold on. Okay, we're going to do this. That's my exposure meter. So when I bring down my f-stop, notice how it goes in the middle. And this middle point, it kind of goes up, it goes down. This middle point is where you want to be. So I have my lens at f2 right now, which means that I am currently exposed. I don't know how to explain this. I'm perfectly in the middle point of 0. So it's like the darker the image, you're going to like negative numbers. The brighter the image, you're going into positive numbers, right? So maybe that's just an easier way to look at it. So I am like 0 right now. I'm like directly in the middle of where the sweet spot is. Or, every picture is different, but, just in terms of the light meter, I'm directly in the middle. And when I bring up my f-stop, so I go to f, 2.8, and keep going all the way to 22, I'm underexposed. At this point, my image is going to be black, and I move it up to back to f2, and I'm directly in the middle again. So that's how exposure works. Recently, I shot a roll of film and got it developed, so let's go check that out. So let's go into talking about the photographs. The first one we have is a portrait of myself. This mirror is like a mirror, like right as you walk into my house, there's that mirror there. Just a portrait. I really like this one. I like the colors. I love the out of focusness in the background. It has a lot of depth. I like pictures that are flat, kind of have that flatness to it, but then you have the z-axis in which, you have depth going down the hallway with a bunch of other stuff. And I love the way the light is hitting on the right side. There's like this kind of plant or this tree thing that's by the door that I have in my house. So you kind of see that coming up on the right side. And I don't know, I just love the lighting here. It's just very beautiful. I don't know when I shot this. I know it was kind of golden hour. We have Chandler on the right and on the left. This was shot at an Oregon fair. And right away, I love the bokeh that's on the right side. If you don't know what bokeh is, it's just the out of focus circles. You see that in a lot of photographs where they have a small f-stop. A lot of stuff is, out of focus in the background, and then, we have focus in the foreground. I think Chandler was in mid saying something during this photograph, which just makes it funny. I love it. And I love that, I love that if Chandler was looking at me, it would just be a nice picture, right? But because he's looking to the left, I don't know. Because he's looking to the left, I feel like there's more of a story. Like it gives you more of a sense that there's more going on around you. And, when we see the out of focus people in the background and the environment that we're in, you kind of get that sense that, there's people walking around, shit's going on, shit's happening. And I love this photograph. Chandler, again. I shot this at a mall. We were at a mall. I think it's the Washington Square Mall. And I think we're going up an escalator. Yeah, we're going up an escalator. And I love the bokeh. Again, I love the lights. I'm just not used to having bokeh. And I really like the way it looks. And here we have my mother, Christy. We were at the pool. You can see the bokeh in the I don't know what you call it, the bush on the top right. I just love the way it looks. It just looks nice, There isn't a lot going on in the background to make the image feel more interesting than it is. I mean, obviously we have the subject in the foreground, my mother in this case, and I like her pose too. I mean, I like her hair coming down. It's interesting to me. It is anyway, and I love the highlights on the top of her hair because it was a completely sunny day. And what I shot these pictures with, the roll that I shot with was a Fuji 200. Because it's summertime and we just have blue skies here in Oregon, so I wanted to get a 200. I would normally get a 400 because that's just more. I need light. I like light. I'm always struggling to. I never have enough light, and so I got the 200 because I'm always in daylight with blue skies. So I would normally get the 400, but. Yeah, it's fine. I like it. Same picture yet again, but now we have more interesting stuff. This is a far better photo, because we still have like the bush thing in the background on the top right, and I love the bokeh on that, and then I love her pose. I love her little smile where it's kind of something that I really connect with melancholy. I just really like that. I don't know. I just really connect with that feel. And so I love her smile. I love her tattoo. I love her bracelet. I love her rings that she has on. It's just stuff like that. Just adds more stuff to the photo. Like when you have a photograph and you have like a specific point you want the person looking at the photograph to look at. Obviously, that's what you want. That's great. But, just having more stuff in it, it just allows for the person looking at the photograph to look around a little bit. And anyway, I just like the stuff on her arm. Oh, and these photographs, I haven't touched any of these photographs. They're exactly the way they were shot. I had to, based on my scanner, I had to kind of fool around with. So sometimes they're just the tiniest bit cropped, but that's the only thing. This is my neighborhood. And Chandler on the right, Dylan on the left. And not much going on. I like the shadows are cool. And in my neighborhood, like all the buildings look the same, or all the houses rather, and they're all privately owned, and they always have those curved roof. I can never say this. Roofs. And I don't know. It just adds like not composition. It just adds like shape. Just adds shape to the image, and you have all the green plant life and trees and shit. And I don't know. It's just a snapshot in time. Nothing too special. I love the color. If it's up to me, I really like Fuji for color, and I like HP5 for black and white. I love the colors. I love the pink for his hat. I love the blue of the baby pool in the background. I love the blue on him. I love that he's wearing a white shirt because it's sunny outside. It's just just pops. I think it's slightly out of focus. I think the focus is on the chair leg. Yeah. Whoops. And that's kind of the thing with film photographs, where I don't really mind so much for film photographs if they're out of focus just a little bit, or but with digital images it pisses me off. Out of focus for digital images, I hate it. It's awful. Film, it's just something's different. I don't know what it is about it. I love the color. I love his expression, and it's just a moment in time. The only thing that I would change about it is I wish I caught him before his hands got into his face. If his hands were more in his chest area, I think it would be, a better photograph. But, in terms of color, I love, because we have the red umbrella, we got the green in the background, we got the blue, we got the white, we got the skin color. And then we have him. He has a great fucking smile, and it's completely ruined by his hands in his face, which isn't his fault. It's my fault. I think overall, it's a good picture. And that's the thing about these film photographs is, with my digital pictures, I'm really picky, and I always pick the best ones for my digital images. But with film, it's different. It's different. Oh well, what can you do? Still at the pool. We got Dylan flipping me off, and Chandler in the water, or stepping into the water. Like I said, I'm shooting this wide open, so I don't even think I'm getting focus on them. I think they're completely out of focus. I know my foreground's out of focus, and when I'm looking at it, I think I focused too far. I think my focus is on the chair. Now we're starting to go into just the okay images. I really like this one. I don't know where my focus is. I think my focus is on the door. I think. Yeah. This could have been a great image if he was just in focus. And the image isn't completely flat, and I'm seeing at the top that it's not completely squared off. Digital image, I would crop it. But it could have been better. It could have been great. It just wasn't. I didn't get it. Next, I was playing around with, fast shutter speeds and jumping into the water. If you can see on the bottom left, I don't know what you want to call it, the railing, the focus is there, so it's not on him. I screwed up. Just in playing with, fast shutter speeds, the water looks cool. It's whatever. This could have been a great picture. I feel like what I really like about this picture is it's not in focus, and it would have been better if it was in focus. If you can see in the background, there's the big red sign that's like, no lifeguard on duty. It says no diving, and the image of the diver and the no diving sign is exactly what Dylan is doing. It would make it funny. Like, the picture is funny, but it's not funny because you can't really see it. And if it was in focus, if I'm shooting at like 16 in focus and having him too, and the net you get bugs out of the water with, it just helped it. Like if it wasn't there, it would have been off. But because it's there, it kind of helps the picture, and it would have been great. But oh well. I did not have a filter. And so you're getting a lot of flares, and it's just nice to have a filter on it. And also, it protects it too. And it would have been nice if he hit the water and I got it right as he hit the water. I like the way the sun is hitting the water. It's shining. It looks nice. It's just, it's just okay. It would have been nice to have a person in it. The water looks cool. The water looks cool. The trees look cool. The building looks cool. Whatever. Now we're getting to the pictures that just suck. Before, there was the picture of Chandler at the mall, going up the escalator. This is a picture kind of like right after we were leaving, and I saw one of my favorite fucking cars, and it's the Cobra, and we're driving, and I think it was brown, which is an awful color, and I took it, and it's out of focus, and the image has a story to it, and which makes the image great for me. This one is whatever. The focus is on the gravel. It's just whatever. He's jumping in, okay. I like this one a lot too, because I like, the composition. I like that they're both there. But if I had Chandler going down the steps where he was in the last photograph, and then if Dylan was in the exact same spot, I think it would have been an amazing photograph. All right. So as soon as you walk into my house, there's also this. Oh, this is like the plant thing I was talking about earlier with the first picture. And it's just a table. I like the lighting, I like the color, and I thought the shoes looked nice, and whatever. And so I just took the picture, and there's no person in it, so it doesn't make it interesting to me. It doesn't have a story to it. This is actually the last picture that I took of this roll. I remember it. I saw this bird. You can't even see the bird. I mean, you see the bird, but it doesn't, the picture blows. I don't remember what I was trying to do. I think I was just laying in bed and I was bored, and I just wanted to take a picture. This is my window. So I totally failed. I was trying to see what was the difference between, I was trying to do my own test on what was the difference between having a filter and not having a filter on it. I think this one that we're looking at right now is the one without a filter, and then this one has the filter on. The reason I say this is because the trees are sharper, or just less out of focus. That could have been on my end. I don't know. But they suck. It doesn't matter. The reason I put this last is because I didn't shoot it. This was shot by Chandler at the fair again. It's out of focus on me and her a little bit, but it doesn't matter. What I really like about this picture is I like the busyness. I don't like the guy on the right, but he kind of helps the composition a little bit. The bokeh in the trees, the bokeh in the fair with the bars, and this is a good picture. I didn't shoot it, so I just wanted to put it last. And anyway, that's it for this roll.